I'm so excited to be here again. Thank you for the privilege given to me. And without wasting much of our time, let's just go straight to what brought us here. Alright. So the last time we were here, we spoke about emotional intelligence for cervix excellence. And today we want to talk about mastering the art of goal setting. Mastering the art of goal setting. So let's look at this. Mastering the art of goal setting. Mastering the art of goal setting. Permit me to begin this way. If you're not in control of your life is both at risk and a risk. If you are not in control of your life is both at risk and a risk. The most critical aspect of a man's life is when we get to be in control of our life. So we control our time, we control our finances, we control how much we can earn, when, how you are the designer or you are the architect of the design of the operations of your life. In such case, we say you are in control of your life. You control the relationships you have, and you have opportunity or the privilege to make impact in the relationships you have. We say you are in control of your life. Now, that being said, apart from the fact that we need to be in control of our life, the most important tool to be in control of our lives is for us to understand our own life assignment, life vision, life purpose. With that, you can design the activities of your life to work out who you are or what you really want to be. So, if vision is an essential tool for life fulfillment, then setting goals is an essential tool for fulfilling vision. As soon as you have an assignment and you have operations tied around it, you're bound to fulfill it. And you know the most amazing thing? Goals can be positive or can be negative. Although the one we are teaching is positive goal setting. Organizations, individuals set their own goals with the mindset of having to make an impact. So having said that, we are going to go through goal setting. I am going to focus more on the personal life than the corporate life. Alright? Now, why are we going to focus on personal life? Because goal setting though is both corporate and individual. But in the dynamics of time, one of the things we realize that people don't do is that people don't plan for their future. People are much more concerned with the immediate. How do I pay my child school fees? How do I pay rent? How do I earn money to eat food and the like? No one, or perhaps a few set of people, are only concerned about the future of their lives. Now let's ask this simple question. Let's assume that today you just received your last paycheck. How much long can you go? Without depression, without heart attacks? Let's assume that you just came to work today and on your table you received a letter to say we no longer need you here. What will be your life after that experience? To some people, they will go and commit suicide. To some people who have plans for their life, they count that as an opportunity. Now, should I say, though it is not it's not a simple saying, but it's a hard saying, but that you have a work today or that you have a job today is not a guarantee that you have a job tomorrow. That you are paid today paid does not guarantee that you will forever be paid. But you can work out a plan, a modality, or work out modalities, structures that can guarantee your steady life benefits with ease. And that's all we want to concentrate on in Goalsetting. My name is Mr. Eburuche Banito, and with me is Mr. Faisal Afade, and both of us are from the Integrated Professional Management. Let's look at what we have. By introduction, a goal is a desired result or possible outcome that the person envisions, plans, and commits to achieve. And there's one important statement there. It said it allows us to have a vision. Goals allow us to have a vision. Goals allow us to have a vision. Now, importantly, vision is not the work you're doing, like the job you're doing. The job you're doing is just an avenue to fulfilling your vision. What I encourage people most often before you start a work or start a job, please find out what your life assignment is, what you want to commit to for life. That will help you to know the kind of place to work and the kind of place not to work. Now, permit me to also say this. When we all got jobs, there are actually two reasons why we get to be in a job. One of the reasons, which is the primary, is to learn. Then the secondary is to earn. Now let me explain this. When you are working, then what you learn the systems of the organization you're working with. You learn their structures, you learn their model, you learn their operations, you learn how they handle customers, you learn their operation plans, you learn everything you want to learn. Now, the next time another organization wants to hire you, they hire you based on the things you've learned from the other organization. And that is typically what we call experience. So experience is very expensive. In fact, experience is priceless. Now, secondary to that is earning the reward for work being done. Unfortunately, it's not just a Nigerian case, it's a global case that people put earning before learning. That is actually very funny. Where am I going to? With goals in place, you're sure to know where to land. Without goals, you're sure to not know where to land, and most of when you land without goals is always very disastrous. Alright? So it's important we understand this. Now, what is Goalsetting? Goalsetting is just a conscious effort towards achieving defined goals with a defined plan. So for every time we set goals is a commitment to achieve something. And please let me be very candid with us. Goalsetting is not picking sheet of paper. This year, I'll buy car, I'll marry, I'll send my wife abroad. Goalsetting is not wish. Every year, or prior to the end of every year, organizations spend months on designing the goals for the next year. In some other organizations that are very strategic, they design goals 20 years, 50 years, 100 years away of. So goals are not wishes. And like I always say in most of my Goalsetting meetings, those days I were in university, there are these people that used to come to teach us about Goalsetting. So you will hear things like, write down your goals, go and put them under the bed. By the end of the year, the goal would have fulfilled. Is the goal fulfilling itself? I want us to get this in a conscious effort towards a defined target with a defined plan. I've never seen an architect or a builder building a house, left the plan somewhere, and is building another place. At the end of the building, the design and the building can never be the same. So it's important that we strategically set goals for life. Warren Buffett once said something. He said a dummy with a plan will succeed over a genius without a plan. If you like that person, you don't have a plan, you will just be under a dummy with a plan. Whether we like it or not, For any time we get a job, we are working on somebody's plan. And most of us, that person might be a doctor who just decided to fly. And one thing I've understood about intelligent people and smart people, they are not the same. Right? Okay. Yes. All right. So a dummy can be smart but not intelligent. So he set plans to use intelligent people to achieve his goals, right? All right? Okay. So you must not just sit down and say, my goals will want themselves. This year I must hit 20 million naira. What is the plan? All right? Okay, a quick review. This concerns every organization. Performance management is one of the core aspects in every business. Every business reward and benefit their own attributable to performance. Performance determines whether you're sacked, whether you are promoted, whether you are demoted, or the likes. Performance determines everything. Performance determines how you'll be treated in an organization. Performance determines everything. Performance determines whether you will be at peace as an employer or your heart will be shaking. When you're definite on your performance, your contributions to an organization, you will not be afraid of anything. But when you are not definite about your contributions, your heart will be shaking. Now, let me say this, and it's very, very important that I say it. If you work in an organization where you cannot ascertain the level of your contribution to the entire bottom line of the company's performance, then it's possible that your work is not primary, and perhaps it might not be secondary, it might be tertiary. That's to say, your work might be excluded any day. Now, if you do a performance appraisal on yourself and your contribution is basic to the growth, advancement, and stability of the organization, then you can beat your chest and say, if I leave here, this organization will shake. So it's important we put attention to performance because it is what evaluates how far we've got. Every manager is after performance. I think in the bank there's what they call TAT. Yes. The longer you're here, the closer you are to the gate. And if you make it longer, you will go over the gate. Right? Okay, so goalsetting is an integral tool for performance measurement and evaluation. Performance determines reward both corporately and individually. Now, why do we say goals? Very importantly, goals serve as a source of motivation. Goals serve as a source of motivation. If you have the right goals, you'll be motivated to pursue. If you don't have the right goals, you'll be depressed. So it's important we understand. I said there are positive goals and there are negative goals. In the same sense, I would say there are right and not right goals. If you set unrealistic goals, is it possible to say you married today, your wife will give birth today? But is it possible to say my wife will give birth? Yes. But the duration determines so many things. Alright? Okay. The next thing there is that goals create focus and direction. Goals create focus and direction. If you are put on the performance of what you want or what you need to achieve, whether you like it or not, your mind will be on it. I'm sure by now everybody's mind is on the performance target that has been set for the month. Whether you like it or not, as you're eating, you're thinking it. Whether you like it or not, strategies must come out on how to achieve those goals. You are pushed to the wall to get creative. Now, let me ask. With the kind of pattern you've learned from this organization, you've been able to learn the system, or you're still learning the system, the strategies, the structures, the operations, and so many things. With all these things you're learning, if tomorrow you say you're no longer working in bank, you should be better off than you are. Do you know why? Because you've already built capacity to do. In fact, If you ever resign in an organization, don't bother going to look for another. Create solutions. Because you already have what it takes to deliver value. And you know the funny thing, like I said earlier, today you have 2 years working experience. You come back, an organization says we need people. You go there, say you have for 2 years, we like these 2 years. Tomorrow is 5, next tomorrow is 10, another time is 15, another time is 25, it's 35. And by the time you know it, your strength starts wavering. Now, let me be very realistic with you. If you resign by 60, you still have opportunity to live longer. Like for those of us that may say, I have a career in this organization, and you want to end up as group chairman, maybe by 65, you are retired. You can still consult with the value you gathered. Have you not heard of Professor Eburuche? Those guys are old. Some of them don't have the physical strength to work. They will carry them in wheelchair to classes. Why? Experience. Value. And funny enough, experience is not gotten in the classroom. You get it by doing. So if you don't have the opportunity to do, you don't have experience. Alright? So goals create focus and direction. Now another one is resource maximization. Resource maximization. With goals, well-defined goals, you're sure to know where to put your resources. Let's assume today you want to start up a consulting firm by March, and you need money to register it. If you have the next money, you know where to put it. Right? So goals help us with resource maximization. Then another one is growth and development. Whether you like it or not, the more you achieve goals, the more you advance. The more you achieve goals, the more you advance. Anytime you see a letter of promotion, it's growth, is it not? It's advancement. Even if you didn't receive letter of promotion, but you receive increase in salary, it's growth. Alright? It's part of advancement. Now the next one is that goals boost your confidence. Goals boost your confidence. You can categorically say what you want to do and do it. Then another one, the last but not the least, is that it reduces the risk of depression and high blood pressure. When you don't have goals, you try to meet up with people. When you have goals, people try to meet up with you. Now, when you try to meet up with people, you're running another man's standard. You will definitely have high blood pressure. I listened to a speaker and he said, never you reduce your standard to meet up with another man's standard. Both of your standards are not the same. Okay? Both of your standards are not the same. So create your own standard. Everybody that wants to find yourself in your environment should adapt your own way. You have been working in this organization. Have you created your own standard? He said, today, I will start coming to work by 10 o'clock. Well, congratulations on your new farm standard. So your first query will start from here. But in fact, the gate man will be the first you query. Say you will not sign this time book today. So to avoid all those depression, when you hear that somebody died of depression, it means that the reason for living has departed from his life. So he's permitted to die. You are only permitted to die when there is no reason to live. But provided there is reason to live, you are permitted to live. Alright? Now types of goals. We have basically 3 types of goals, which can be on present or tactical basis, or operational basis, or strategic goals. Now, if you are running tactical goals, we have goals that are called short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. Tactically, you have goals from 1 to 3 months, which is short, 4 to 6 months, which is medium, and 7 to 12 months, which is long. Operationally, tactically is long, right? Okay, but strategically, you have goals 1 to 5 years, which is short. You have 6 to 10 years, which is medium, and long-term goals have no limit. Now, permit me to say definite terms. If you want your life to remain meaningful every day of your life, you must have goals to pursue every day of your life. We have 12 months. If you are not definite of achieving 1 goal per month, why not break it down to the 3 quarters of the year? Or for those of us that run 4 quarters, you break it to 4 quarters. Now the question is, what is the most important goal in my life right now that if I achieve it it will make the most impact in my life. That's your concern. You are not to be bothered with the volume of goals to achieve. No. That you achieve volumes does not mean there is one thing that they say, busyness is not business. Busybody is not productivity. So it's important we get to have that. Then strategically, you have to align yourself strategically. In 2012 versus 2013, I did something to my life that changed my entire life. I spent 1 whole year in my room planning my life. And after 1 year, I came up with what I call the map of my life. It's into 12 sessions. From 2012 to 2015, there were things that needed to be done. From 2016 to 2019, there were things that needed to be done. Now, that plan runs to 2100. And that is also very short in time. Now, strategically, you can plan 500 years over time. 1,000 years of your life is possible. UPA is not planning to close tomorrow. They are working strategically. The UPA since 1971 or 1980 something, right? If they were just statical, they would have closed the first year they started. But by strategy, they are ready to move till the day this one will close. If possible, they will carry it to heaven and start the crash there. Alright, so we need to plan the short-term goals and the tactical goals and the strategic goals. Please never leave your life to chance. It's dangerous. You are planning for children and your own concern is to pay their school fees, and that's no, that's not it. You should be able to leave good inheritance for them. I'm not actually concerned too much with my children. I'm concerned with the children of my children. Because I know for my children, they will not have trouble. But for the children of my children and the children of my children's children, that's what I'm concerned with. One of my mentors said he had been able to work out 100 years of his life. So his generation, the next 100 years, will never have to lack anything. And he said the next thing is working, that he's working the next 1,000 years. Now, if the world does not end, he's working before he dies, secure 1,000 years for his children on board. What is your own plan? You may have negation to what I'm saying right now, but it's true. Right? Okay. Now, the critical question here is, what is the most important thing in your life that if you achieve it now will make the most impact in your life? And please, do not set unrealistic goals. Do not set goals that will make you you're sleeping and you're counting the ceiling, not to find a way to solve the problem, but you're counting the ceiling to drink sniper. That is a dangerous one. Alright. Think better for yourself. Now, what makes goals unrealistic? Having too many targets at a time. Having too many targets at a time is difficult to achieve. Let's say this year you are bringing 200 things to achieve. God bless your soul. You achieve it in good peace. But you can summarize those 200 things in 4 things that if you achieve them, they can take care of the 200 things. Now let me give you an example. Now at 2015, I wanted to marry. I wanted to further my education. I wanted to travel for a degree. I wanted to start a business. So many things. Then I came across this simple question. He said, what is the most important thing that you achieve if everyone has to take care of it? And I discovered that if I actually start a business, it will give me money to marry and take care of education. So I stopped worrying about education and I stopped worrying about getting married. I think today I'm better off. If I were to have pursued all of them at once, the truth is I will crash. My head will be bigger than every other part of my body. And anywhere I cross, people will be like, hey, yeah, what's wrong with this man? I will become a prayer for the people who don't know me. Of course. Alright, then the next one is indiscipline and non-commitment to goals. You wrote your goals and you put them under the pillow. You know we are religious people. You pray over them. It must come to pass. It doesn't come to pass by praying. Success doesn't come by prayer. Because success comes by working out the plan. Whether you are religious or you are not religious, you are bound to be successful. Principles of success is different from principles of religion. Who cares about your religion? Nobody cares. Right? So we need to be committed to our goals and stop being unnecessarily religious. Okay? Then the other one there is lack of knowledge. When you lack knowledge, you cannot do too much. The more you know, the more you do. The less you know, the less you do. Then the next one, there is superstition and mysticism. I know God will do it. I have prayed over it. I know this year God will do it. Yes, God will definitely do it. Then the last one, there is lack of capacity. So, golden rules of goal setting. Number one, set goals that motivate you. Set challenging goals. Please, that will say set challenging goals that does not mean you should set destructive goals. The next one, write your goals down. Some people say, I have my goal in the head. Whenever I go for a strategic planning session, they say, what's your goal? Say, I have it in my head. Goals are not to be in the head. Goals are to be written. Why do you think they wrote all these things down? It's for us to see it every day and pursue it as we live. That's why we show these flyers, information, even in your email, you'll see it every day. You must write them down. Develop an action plan on how to achieve your goals. Develop and don't just say, I know it will come to pass. Then the next one is set smart goals. Set smart goals. Set smart goals. We get to smart goals later. Stick to your plan. Keep your goals aside. Please, like I said, as much as you can, limit your goal to 3 or 4 in a year. The most important goals of your life. Now, if your door is the most convenient place that you must set your eyes every morning, then put it by that door. Unconsciously you see it every day, and it reminds you of what you need to do. For those of us that look at mirror in the morning, put it, that nail you use to nail the mirror, put it at that nail. So that before you look at yourself, you look at your goals. That goal is the real person you are, not this body. And the more you see it, the more it's being formed in your mind to pursue it. If it's possible, set it in your app to remind you. Okay? Personalize your goals. Always use the word I and use another possessive word to personalize your goal. I want to be the head of this department by August 2021. Personalize it. I will be. Right? You personalize it, it gets to you more. Then work at your goals daily. Whether you like it or not, work at your goals daily. You want them to think. Don't work today, stop tomorrow. After 2 weeks, you come back. No, it doesn't work that way. Consistency is the rule of success. Alright? Then the next one there is live your goals now. Live in your goals now. I will be the head of the operations unit. They will move Honorable Mustafa to another zone. They will make him regional head and become branch head, right? Okay, I will be the head of operations by August 2021. I will be, so you begin to live like he's doing now. So you begin to check the capacity you have. Begin to compare what he has, the leadership abilities he has, the management abilities he has, the certifications he has. Then begin to ask yourself, do I have them? If you don't have them, begin to work on getting them. So that when he moves, you become the most qualified to sit in there. Some people just want to be promoted, but they are not working to be promoted. Okay. Now, setting smart goals. One, it has to be simple and specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and realistic. That should be realistic, please. Then time bound. Now, let me round up with some of the examples of goals generically people say. You see goals like, I seriously want to start a business. Somebody is telling you passionately, sir, I seriously want to start a business. The question is how? He said, seriously, I don't know how, but I know I will start a business. That is a passionate will. It won't take you anywhere. Meet that person 2 months later. He said, oh, what happened with the business? He said, I've changed my mind. I want to get a job now. Then you see the other one, say, I want to increase my salary earnings. How? Now, if you have a plan or a goal like, I want to increase my salary earnings, and you don't know how to develop your performance or build capacity to improve your performance, you will soon be, I want to resign. Okay? Then you have, I want to be promoted. I want to lose weight. I want to marry. Whichever one, they are just too generic. They don't define anything. Now look at this. Example of a smart code. I want to, or I will start a cashew business by March 2020 with 2 million naira and 2 staff in Ogun State. When we say make a pitch or make an elevator pitch, say in 50 words, say whatever you want to say, that should strategically define everything about your goal. Say career objective. Every one of us here have career objectives. For you to have been employed here, I sincerely believe that your career objective was worth bringing into this organization. Then you have, I want to, or I will be the head of my department by August 2020. And I'm currently taking a 2-week senior management and leadership course with this institute. You're building capacity for the work ahead. So the more you define your goals, the better your goals are. Now, managing goals can give you returns on all areas of your life, and that is very, very true. Now, look at this. Goal setting versus emotional intelligence. No doubt, emotional intelligence skills have become the most critical skills in the workplace today. After it is artificial intelligence. I have Leo, right? Leo is artificial intelligence. But before Leo, you are the most important resource. Emotional intelligence. Now, the greater your emotional intelligence, the better your performance. Emotionally intelligent people are goal setters and goal getters. Non-emotional intelligent people will always wait for them to be told what to do before they do. And most of them, when you tell them what to do, they will try to tell you what not to do. Now, goal setting versus strategic planning. Performance is tied to strategic planning. Now, strategic planning involves 4 basic steps. Strategic objectives. What are the things in clear terms that we want to achieve? Don't make it focus. Don't make it. Let it not be grammar filled. That when somebody finishes reading, you like, what do you mean? Okay? Or how do you mean? Now, the next one is strategy formation or formulation. How do I achieve those objectives? What are the tasks? What are the activities? What are the operations that I need to carry out to be able to achieve those objectives? Then the next one is strategy implementation. You work at it. You work at it. You work at it. And like I said, as much as you can, work on your goals daily. Alright? Then finally, post-execution review. As you do, you appraise yourself. How far have I gone? You are given a target of 20 million naira. From 1 hour to the total duration of that accomplishment, ask yourself, how far have I gone? So what is your own strategy? And how do you appraise yourself? Okay, thank you so much for your time. I am so excited that you paid this attention to me to have interacted with us.